Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So in today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys 10 of the rarest drops in RuneScape 3 history. And this is going to be a lot like my last video on this topic, except this one has brand new screenshots from different people, and the drops are a little bit more rare than the ones in the previous video. So I also included the calculations on how I got all of these probabilities, just in case you are wondering why. I know a lot of people asked me in the last video how I got these numbers, so I am including all my calculations here on the slides. And also, I just wanted to say that if you guys have any screenshots or anything of you guys getting rare drops in the past, feel free to send them to me. My Discord server, my Reddit, and my Twitter will be linked down in the description below, so you can send it to either one of those for it to be featured in a part 3 video. Anyway, that is it for the introduction, so now let's get on with the video. I hope you enjoy, guys. So starting at number 10, we have a drop from Dr. Nahill, and Dr. Nahill received back-to-back-to-back hilts at Araxi, and this back-to-back-to-back drop has a probability of 1 in 64,000, and as you can see, my calculations are down below. So I did do it for generally any hilt. It's not the specific hilts. So the probability of getting any hilt is 3 in 120. So then you just want to multiply that by itself 3 times, because each drop is an independent event. So now at number 9, we have another back-to-back-to-back drop here, and unfortunately I wasn't able to figure out who actually obtained this drop, but they did receive 3 consecutive hard clue scrolls at Hellhounds, which is a 1 in 421,875 chance at getting this drop. And the drop rate of hard clues at Hellhounds is 1 in 75. So to get this probability, I multiplied 1 over 75 times 1 over 75 times 1 over 75. So coming in at number 8, we have a drop by Millon Ale. And Millon Ale was able to get a Wand of Appraisal and a Blood Tentacle in the same drop. He was on a kill count of 927, making the Blood Tentacle a drop of 1 in 2073, and so to get the probability, I did that, multiplied by the 1 in 1000 for the Wand Appraisal, and it equals out to a probability of 1 in 2,073,000 to get both of these drops in the same kill at his kill count. And at number 7, we have a drop from Sir Hugo. So Sir Hugo was able to get back-to-back Ascension grips from Ascension creatures, and the probability of this back-to-back drop is 1 in 4,227,136. And to calculate this drop rate, I just found the drop rate of the Ascension grips, and this is 2056, so I just multiplied the 2056 by the 2056, since both drops were independent events. At number 6, we have a pretty rare drop by Loomis PK, and he was able to get 4 Barrows items in one chest, which is approximately 1 in 7,407,000. And if you can remember to the last rare drop video, I actually included a picture of someone getting 3 Barrows items in one chest. So now that I actually found a picture with 4, it is pretty incredible. And here's how I calculated the probability of this drop. So pretty much I just used a binomial distribution. I'm not going to go too much into it, but here is the calculation that I did. So now at number 5, we have a pretty interesting drop from XJLE, and he actually obtained a Shadow die and a Barrows die in the same clue. Now, I wasn't able to figure out which type of clue he actually got this reward from, but I did list the probabilities for both the hard and elite clues. So for the hard, it is about 1 in 8.2 million, and for the elite is about 1 in 8.4 million. And here is how I calculated it. So the average Hardened Elite clue has an average of 5 clue reward spots. So for the hard clue, I pretty much just use the probability of getting a Barrow's die, and I multiplied that probability by 4 because of the 4 slots that it could possibly go in. It would be 5, but since we have 2 dies, you want to multiply them both by 4, so it leaves that extra spot locked in at the other die. So I did that for both of them, and then I multiplied the probabilities together, giving me the final probability. So at number 4, we have a drop by Roy Rogers, and Roy was able to get a back-to-back champion scroll drop, which is a total probability of 1 in 25 million. So the drop rate of getting a champion scroll is 1 in 5,000. So therefore the back-to-back drop rate or probability would be 1 in 25 million. And number 3 goes to fitment. So fitment actually received 4 Crest of Zeros drops in 9 kills. So to calculate the probability here, I used the binomial distribution like many of the others. And anyway, after calculating this, I discovered that the probability of getting 4 Crest of Zeros in 9 kills is 1 in 34,760,626. And it is pretty safe to say that fitment had a pretty good hour at Vindicta. And at number 2, we have another pretty crazy drop from Mads RS. And this is also another clue scroll reward. So as you can see, Mads RS received both a sack of effigies and a Third Age Druidic robe top. So I calculated both the probabilities for the sack of effigies and any Third Age gear all in one. So the probability of that came out to be 1 in 68,562,866. And then I also calculated the probability of getting both the sack of effigies and that specific Third Age Druid equipment. So in this case, the Third Age robe. And I ended up calculating 1 in 342,795,863. So I kind of find that calculating for the specific item is a little bit kind of cheap, so I left it as the broad any Third Age Druid equipment. So I kind of would say this one is more of at a 1 in 68 million. But if you wanted to know the probability of that specific drop, then there it is for you. And here are my calculations on how I calculated that. I'm not really going to go over this. You can pause the video if you would like to see how I did it. But anyway, I'm going to move on to the number 1 spot. And coming in at number 1, the rarest drop in RuneScape 3 history goes to Scurf. So Scurf was actually fortunate enough to receive 4 Nightmare Gauntlets in a span of 40 kills, and each Nightmare Gauntlet drop is a 1 in 2,000 drop rate while on task. And I'm not 100% sure if it was on task, but the drop rate would be just too crazy if it wasn't, because then it would be 1 in 10,000. But anyway, I calculated this using a binomial distribution, and assuming that he was on task, the probability of getting 4 Nightmare Gauntlets in a span of 40 kills is 1 in 178,254,518. And this takes the top spot for rarest drop in RuneScape 3 history. So here is just a summary of the top 10 rarest drops on this list. And I just want to say again, thank you guys for watching, and if you have any rare drops, any screenshots of these rare drops, feel free to send them to my Discord, Twitter, or Reddit. The links will be in the description below, so check those out. Also, just join my Discord if you want to chat or have some more RuneScape 3 friends to, hang out with. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.